They're in the middle of a fight. He tells her, I like my second wife better than you. You know, at this point, I have read so many stories, but I don't think I've ever read a story as unique as this one. For a second, I want you to imagine you're in the middle of a fight with your spouse, and in the heat of it, he just lets it out that he is so much happier with his second wife. Like, I have not been able to stop thinking about Carmen and her situation since I read her letter. Real quick, hi, I'm Jess. I'm your Boundary Big Sister. I'm also a licensed therapist for nearly 15 years, and I have sat with so many women living inside of a marriage that looks nothing like the one they were promised. Here's Carmen's story. The first thing that she wrote in her letter is that her and her husband are practicing Muslims. They live in the United States. In their culture, her husband can, so he is able to marry multiple wives, but I want you to hang on to can, because the way she responded when he bellered out, like, I like my second wife better, I don't think she was expecting multiple wives to be part of her story. So picture this. They're fighting. So Carmen is pregnant with her fifth girl. She's got 4 little daughters. They're in the middle of a fight. He tells her, I like my second wife better than you. She, of course, reacts like you and I would react. Throwing things, yelling, screaming, making sounds, like sounds were coming out of her that she didn't even know existed. I mean, all of it, like that's how I would respond, like check, check, check. And when she came down, though, she settled into a very deep depression, which then trickled into having a very stressful and traumatic birth for her, like with her 5th daughter. Everyone's safe and everything, but it was so scary. It was such a terrifying time. And during this time, as she is just getting by minute by minute, if you've ever been in a depressive state, you know exactly what she's talking about. So as she's just getting through moment by moment, her husband's family from their home country, they live next door or next to wife number 2, and they would be sending Carmen videos, partying with wife number 2, celebrating with wife number 2, just telling Carmen directly, she's so much better than you. We like her so much better, like you suck, mocking Carmen, just multiple videos. This was just torture for her. Could you imagine? I mean, this just makes me nauseous, imagining being so low, trying to like stay okay, so like I don't put my baby in danger, taking care of 4 littles as at the same time, all the while your husband's family is torturing you. Like, how cruel. Fast forward, this wife number 2 ends up leaving her husband, and when that happens, her mother-in-law comes for a 5-month visit. Now when she comes, Carmen stays at home taking care of all their kids, so she is required to literally wait on her mother-in-law hand and foot. So she takes her to all the services, the religious services, preps all of her meals, and we are talking meals that take hours to prep, like morning, noon, and night, all from scratch. And the entire time that she is literally serving her mother-in-law is putting her down, and the main reason is you have not produced a son. So you are less than because you have not given my boy a boy. Like in their culture, that's how it's viewed. So Carmen is less than. She doesn't talk back to her mother-in-law. She just does what she has to do when it's 5 months is up and she has to go back. Her husband takes his mom back to their home country. He decides he's going to spend a few weeks there just to kind of help her settle in, see his brothers and sisters. And she's like, yeah, you know, that's fine. I do everything anyway, so whatever. So he left for 3 weeks, and when he comes back, he lets her know, I got married again. This time, though, she didn't yell, she didn't scream, she didn't throw anything. She just said, I wish you well. That's it. And she's telling me, yeah, does it hurt? Absolutely it hurts. But I'm telling you, I can't go back there. I can't get so upset that I get myself into a hole, into that depressive state, because I got 5 little lives like depending on me, and I can't do that to them. And so I have to stay okay. So she has decided not to ask for her name, not to ask anything. She has decided, I'm not going to fight to try to make a man stay put that doesn't want to. And plus, in their culture, he's allowed to keep marrying wives until he gets his son. So she's like, I've just decided I'm going to accept this is my life, and I'm going to focus on raising my kids. She has continued to be nice to her mother-in-law, reaching out when she is going through struggles. She's very respectful. But the one thing she did decide to do in order to protect her peace is she did decide to cut off her husband's brothers and sisters, the ones who sent her those torturing videos, mocking her and everything about the second wife. She's decided, I can't have them in my life. I don't need this drama. I just need to be good for my girls. That's all I have to focus on. And she's asking, this was her question. She's asking, am I wrong for cutting off his siblings? Are you just dying for her? Oh my God. Like when I read her letter, I just was like, oh my God. No, Carmen. I just feel so bad. Like I understand just woman to woman and that raw reaction where your world was just shattered. Like you didn't think other women were going to be a part of your marriage. Even though culturally it's accepted, the way you responded, I can tell you did not think that that was going to be a part of it, and it is. So I feel so bad because you're looking at 5 little kids, you're away from your family, you're in the US, and you're just like, okay, this is the hand I've been dealt. I am going to play it, and I have to protect my sanity, and in order to protect it, I can't care. So I can't even tell you how many times she said in her email, in her letter, how many times she said, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's not that she doesn't care, it's that she can't care. So I as well have had a depressive episode where it was brought on by medication. And I'm telling you, even if I have a bad PMS month, if I start going too low, I freak out. Like that's how scared, how scary how scared I get because I can't go back there. And that's what she's saying. Like, I can't go back there. I almost lost myself. I almost lost, my girls almost lost me, and I can't do it. So she's got a protective factor built in now that won't allow her to care about what her husband is doing or care about the siblings, like getting their approval. She's done with all that. I just want you to know, like, woman to woman, my heart absolutely breaks for you. It breaks for you because you have to like make this choice. Like, this is your situation right now. I just want to say right now, because we don't know the future, I also want you to know that like you are such a strong woman and you are such a good mom to your kids. I mean, you guys, her kids, the oldest isn't even a teenager. And she's just saying, I'm last, you guys are first, and this is our life. And I am going to do the very best I can to protect my sanity so that I give you the best life possible. What a person, right? What a mom. So I just want to thank you so much for reaching out. You are not wrong for cutting off the siblings. They're cruel. You don't have to keep a door open just because they're family for them to come in and hurt you. Absolutely not. Thank you again for sharing your story. I know the MYB community will hold you very, very tenderly.